Devil, listen to everything around me. I can't see. Pick the dozen.
Playoff football has come to the west coast of Florida, and we are at Raymond James Stadium here in Tampa. Coming up, an important divisional round matchup in the NFC between the Washington football team and the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. One of two spots in the NFC title game awaits the winner here as we're underway in the divisional round of the NFL playoffs. And he'll be dropped at the 21-yard line, so bringing it out of the end zone proves not a good decision, loses him about 4 yards.
At their own 21-yard line.
Here's Ronald Jones, first carry for the USC man. And he'll get this up over the 25 to the 26. 4 yards the result on the first play from scrimmage. Second down.
At the 26-yard line.
Shotgun snap now for Kaepernick. It's caught by Mike Evans. And he takes it all the way down to the 32. It's a big play there for the Buccaneers. 42 yards.
32-yard line.
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked by Kendall Fuller. And the return here will go to the 31-yard line. Nobody ever wants the interception on the opening drive to happen, but when it happens in the playoffs, it feels like it's a bigger deal. What a rough start.
And how about these visitors? The defense just went right on the field and seized momentum. You know, almost like they're saying, okay, no one expects us to win this one. Let's go ahead and give them a shock early. Took the ball from the home team and put them in the hole.
Is this crowd one of the best in the league? Especially this time of year, it's going to be tough to take them out of it, but that's a heck of a start.
At the 25-yard line.
On second down, here's Burrow. Got a man, it's Gibson, complete. And he's going to get a good gain of 9 here up to the 34. It'll be a gain of 9, and that'll make it third down.
And it's third down.
Here's Burrow. Slings this deep for McLaurin. That's caught inside the 20. And he gets this down deep into Tampa Bay territory. It's a big play there for Washington on third down. 49 yards. So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on first down. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Carlton Davis picks it. And not much on the return there. He'll take it only up to the 9-yard line. He's had a fantastic rookie season, made a lot of lovely throws, but that wasn't one of them.
Well, we got to give him one, don't we? I mean, with the year he's having, a lot easier for he and his teammates to accept that throw, because for the most part, what they've seen, it's been pretty sensational.
And just not much to be had there. 1 yard out to the 10. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it second and 9.
1-yard gain brings up second and 9.
From the gun, it's Kaepernick. This one complete to Scott Miller.
Kaepernick.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Kaepernick wants to throw on third and 1. And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's fourth down.
2 drives won't tell the story of this game, but you absolutely have to like how this defense has played thus far. They have yet to allow this offense to get untracked in this one.
The punt team on now as Pinion sends this one away. That'll be a 49-yard punt, 6 yards there on the return. And it will be Washington football now with a 1st and 10. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense.
And the interception thrown in the red zone last time. We'll see if they can rebound.
I just have to think the last thing he said as they went back out there was, don't do that again. What do you think?
What do you think?
Yeah, I think that. I think that not only did he say that, but he also told him, let's put it in the end zone that it's supposed to be in, all right? The end zone we're trying to score. I know we're being a little bit facetious here, but the bottom line is take care of the football, and everything else should flow from there.
Quick lesson, never ask the play-by-play guy a question.
Hey, you're my partner. I know you're right there with me.
They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down. From the shotgun, Joe Burrow. Hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Every offense tells you they want to come out and start fast. That's not unusual at all. But this group, they've yet to get much rolling through their first 2 drives. It looks like they're going to have to give up the football again after this one.
And now the punter, Tress Way, as he sends this one away. Called out a 41-yard punt, 6 yards on the return. And the Bucs will get ready to go on offense.
At their own 24-yard line.
The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a 1st down now. The throw down the field caught by his running back. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. Call that a very strong gain of 24.
48-yard line.
Kaepernick now to throw. That's complete to his receiver, Godwin. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
Kaepernick to throw on 2nd down. He completes this into the hands of Miller. And he'll cross over out of bounds right at the 25. 2 catches now in this divisional round matchup. That one, a 1st down. From the shotgun, a give to Jones. And down inside the 15 he goes. Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last 2 plays. First time into the red zone for the Buccaneers. They have a 1st and 10 at the 13-yard line. Flush to his right. And Evans hauls it in. Touchdown, Bucs. Mike Evans there to make the grab. And the Bucs have taken a first-quarter lead. And that one gives the Bucs a 7-0 lead.
Makes the score Buccaneers 7, Washington nothing. Bradley Pinion.
Now Pinion with the kickoff honors following the touchdown. That'll be taken about a yard deep. And ultimately he stopped right where he would have been if he had simply gone down to a knee at the 25.
25-yard line.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And it's been a rocky start for them thus far. They had the turnover and then the punt on those first 2 drives.
So there's optimism because they've improved, right? Turnover, you just noted it.
Punt's better than the turnover.
The punt is better on the second one. Now they're hoping to turn it into 1st downs and hopefully points.
They still need about the length of the football here, maybe a little less as they come up on 2nd and inches. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. A gain of 5, good enough for the 1st down.
I know what you're thinking out there. I know a lot of you are thinking, take a shot downfield. It's a great spot for it. I'd say maybe later in the game, definitely in the second half. But right now, I think they were just trying to get some momentum built. Get a first down, pick it up, and keep moving.
A good rally to the football keeps him to only a yard, and it's second down.
All defenses worry that whenever anyone catches the ball and has a head of steam come out of the backfield, it could turn into a big play with missed tackles or he runs through people. But they were right there waiting, and they stopped him for a minimal gain.
On second down, it's Gibson, and he will be brought down at about the 43 that time. A gain of 2 there on the heels of a 1-yard pickup on first.
It's a gain of 2.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
That'll be caught. It's Steven Sims. And he's got the first down yardage there as he takes it just across midfield. Washington with the football here to begin quarter number 2. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10 as they've got it with a 3rd down coming up. They'll run on 1st down. Gibson. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. 8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's 2nd and a couple.
Brings up 2nd and 2 at the 41.
Out of the gun, it's Burrow. And that one goes incomplete. He's maybe lucky it wasn't.
In this case, he just stared the receiver down. That allowed for excellent coverage. Able to knock that one away.
And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36. 5 yards on the play there as the drive will continue. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Now it's Burrow. Catch here, left side, Thomas. And he'll go. Not much there, only a yard. They only got a yard out of that last completion, and that makes this 2nd and 9.
39-yard line.
From the shotgun, it's Burrow. And looking for McLaurin, but this is intercepted. Carlton Davis picks it. 2nd interception for him now here in this first half. And you got to think he's a rookie, Charles. How much does confidence start to become a factor?
I think that's a great question because that's what they're going to check on when he gets to the sidelines. The coach is going to check on it. His teammates are going to check on it because when you haven't done it before, it's not something that's part of you. You got to see how you're going to react. We'll see how he bounces back.
Yeah, because 2 interceptions for him in college and a half. I mean, that just didn't happen. On 2nd down, here's Kaepernick. He gets it into the hands of Gronkowski, complete. And he'll be brought down, it looks like right at the 40. 5 yards, now it's 3rd and 5.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
And he is going to have the Buccaneers first down. He needed 5. He got it barely, as it will officially go down as a gain of 5 yards. On play action, it's Kaepernick. Eluding the pressure right. And now he's going to use his legs. Nice work to get 7 out of that, and it's 2nd down.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the 3rd one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
And boy, that one drops incomplete, but if he was hit a fraction sooner, it may have been a fumble.
Speed is the name of the game when it comes to RPOs, and sometimes you can be a little too quick. Thus, inaccurate, incomplete.
So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3. Looking for Evans, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 19, and he'll return it to the 24-yard line.
Oh, timing is everything on a route like this. He tried to drive that football into a tight spot. And if you're a little early or a little late, chances are there's going to be someone there. And sure enough, this one's going the other way.
And he'll fight forward to about the 27-yard line. He was 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
And now Burrow going to be intercepted yet again. It's Devin White, the linebacker. And it's a pick six. He brings it back to the house for a Buccaneer TD. And we'll see if that pick six looms large as this game continues, because we've seen plays like that alter a lot of playoff contests over the years.
I would agree with that totally. And you often think to yourself, why do they alter it so much? Because after games, don't we hear coaches and players say, well, one play doesn't usually determine the outcome. But I don't think that's really true, do you? Because there's times when we see plays like that, and all of a sudden the momentum jumps to that team side, it deflates the other side, and they never pick it back up. And then things really go from there, don't they?
That's the thing for me. We talk about momentum changes. A play like that is the ultimate momentum change.
First and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, you had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. Now this one complete downfield on the left side. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. A gain there of 21 yards.
First down, Washington.
They will throw on first down with Burrow. Open man here, Sims complete. And a nice job to break free of one tackle, but it slowed his momentum somewhat, and he's taken down right after.
It's a gain of
2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on first down.
At the Bucs' 41-yard line.
They're passing here, Joe Burrow. And he'll find Hall. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. His first reception of the divisional round matchup, but it's good for a first down as well.
First down.
Again, it's Burrow. And he'll complete this to Gibson. Breaks the tackle, now an alley. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Washington. Antonio Gibson, 26 yards. And Washington able to make this a close game again. Getting your back involved, what's the importance there in the passing game?
Well, oftentimes you can create mismatches because who's going to cover him? And you get him into space, which is where he likes to operate with the ball in his hands. Oftentimes makes people miss, gets that run after the catch, and off he goes.
And into the end zone. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
25-yard line.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And 2 interceptions already here in this first half. That's got to affect him a little bit, right? He's got to be thinking about it.
He's got to be thinking about it, but most of the good ones, they find a way to put it aside. They're not happy about it by any stretch of the imagination. They find a way to put it aside and continue to play their game.
Can he put it aside? Let's find out. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Meanwhile, the throw here is complete. And he'll get maybe a couple before he's taken down, as that will take us to the 2-minute warning. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up. We remind you, as we've done all year, that coming up at halftime, we will visit with Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll let you know what's going on here on a very eventful divisional round weekend. On 3rd and long, it's Kaepernick. He's got Evans. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Excellent play there on 3rd down. Give them 25 yards.
At the 48-yard line.
On 1st and 10, here's Kaepernick. And the throw left sideline here is caught, but they'll rule it incomplete. Couldn't keep his feet in. 2nd down. Close there. He caught it, just wasn't able to stay in bounds.
And that's where the sideline, it was used as a 12th defender. You know, 11's legal. This one is an imaginary one that my college coach used to call Sammy Sideline. Sammy Sideline can protect you at times, and in this case, that's exactly what he did for the defenders.
7.
They'll need to get this to the 38. That's where the 1st down marker is here on 3rd. Now, Kaepernick again. Being chased out left. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
They certainly did a nice job improvising there, extending the play, hoping someone would come open downfield, but they never did.
Here's Bradley Pinion now, as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. It'll be 37 yards there on the punt. And control of the football, switching hands with very little time remaining until the half. The field position game, such an overlooked facet, Charles, of an NFL game. But this offense, they're going to be pinned back. What an ideal punt.
An ideal punt, and it leads to that term complementary football. Because them doing that puts their defense in a great spot, doesn't it? Gives them a chance. If they want to be aggressive, try and maybe get a safety out of this whole thing, it puts them in that position.
On the tackle. 4 yards on the pickup. 2nd and 6 at the 13-yard line.
So we've come upon halftime here in this NFC divisional round matchup. As we send you a stone's throw away across I-4 to Orlando. There standing by is Jonathan Coachman, ready with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach?
Bradley Pinion to kick off for Tampa Bay.
A trip to the NFC title game hanging in the balance. 2nd half action back underway. Taking it about the 1. And out a little across the 25 to the 27.
1st and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. We have not seen much on offense from either side. These last few drives, it has been a struggle, hasn't it?
Totally, and you're thinking to yourself right now, if you're on offense trying to get things figured out, okay, we self-scout every week in our game plan. How many things do we do at certain times? What are our tendencies? Time to go to some of those tendency breakers and try and create some offense.
They always have those in their back pocket, don't they?
You have to, and if you don't keep abreast of what you're doing, you lock into a rhythm and make it easy for the opposition.
Looking for tendency breakers right now. Now left side on the swing pass. And he's going to get a good gain of 9 here up to the 34.
Oh, I came to my feet on that one. I thought he was getting close to breaking that one big, but in the end, give some credit to the defense, finding a way to get to him and forcing a 3rd down.
Burrow on 3rd down. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Picked up by Sean Murphy-Bunting. And his guys are going to get the football at their own 47-yard line.
Their own 47-yard line.
The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. We have not seen much on offense here from either side these last few drives. We've hit a wall, so to speak.
And have hit it hard, haven't we? Because the defenses right now, they seem to be a step ahead, don't they? Beating them to the point of attack, beating them to the punch. These offensive guys, they're tinkering like crazy. What's it going to take to get back on track?
Yeah, both sides searching for adjustments. And they'll keep on the ground with Jones. He's got the first down here inside the 30. And he takes it all the way down to the 22. A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last two plays.
2-yard line.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. They'll run it with Jones. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. Another strong gain on the last two plays. They've moved it a combined 33 yards.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
Now they'll throw with Kaepernick. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Montez Sweat. Credit him with a sack as he buries him for a loss of 10. First down, a bit of a disaster, and now on 2nd and goal, back even further. Now the toss to Jones, running right. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. Just a 1-yard loss that time, but that's not what they needed. Now they're dealing with a 3rd and long. A big one coming in this divisional round playoff, 3rd and goal. To throw, Kaepernick. They'll find Miller. That's complete. And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. A big play, but still not enough. Leads to a 4th and goal.
Nice job understanding the situation. 3rd and long. Kept the play in front of them and made the tackle. They gave up a good chunk of yardage, but it does force a 4th down.
A good drive gets them inside the 5, but they could not punch it in.
And credit the defense, too. Make sure that happens because that was the old bend but don't break approach. Made sure they contained them when they absolutely had to and forced the field goal attempt that went through.
This will be fielded inside the 5. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line.
1st and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. They trail by 10, 17-7 as they come up on a 1st and 10. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And now here is another interception. Picked off by Levante David. And he is going to get this one back to the 20-yard line. And you have to wonder, Charles, a game like this, 5 interceptions, what does this do to the psyche of a young quarterback?
Well, based on the fact that he's still out there and he threw a 5th interception, I'm wondering if his head coach believes that he's really strong mentally and wants it.
And he's into the end zone for a Tampa Bay touchdown. A 20-yard touchdown. And the Bucs capitalize on the short field as they take it in for 6.
And that's exactly what you're supposed to do with good field position. You make the other side pay when you don't have far to go for the score.
Extra point put through by Suckum. And that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17.
For Tampa Bay.
Taken in at the 3. And able to get this out to the 25.
Over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily what you look at your plays, oh, this hurts the defense. I want the ball in the hands of X, Y, and Z and see if we can move forward.
So don't get too cute. Go to the playmakers. The passing windows are just not there. That's just another example of how great this defense has been all game long.
And that's exactly what a top 10 defense can do. They can really change the game tempo and frustrate you as you try to execute offensively.
And that will be incomplete. He's had trouble finding open receivers all game, CD, and that's because really there hasn't been many. This defense has been all over them.
Yeah, they're one of the better defenses in the league, and every time I talk to someone around the NFL, they all say the exact same thing. They're so fundamentally sound, it's hard to execute against them.
13 yards the tally on the return there. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10.
At their own 34-yard line.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. From the gun, it's Kaepernick. Dancing, and he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Chase Young able to take him down. It's a loss of 3.
For a rookie first-rounder, he's made a huge impact on this defense, but that tells me that they had a plan for him when they drafted him. Just turn him loose, do what you do best, go get the quarterback.
65, hey, 91, 91. Watch 47. Here we go, let's bring it.
Now Kaepernick. Open man is Godwin. It's complete. And they do finally get him, but he takes it to the 25. A big play for the Bucs there on 3rd down. And even 40 yards. Now a 1st down carry by Jones. And they take him down, losing yardage back at the 27. A good response by the defense, sending them backwards after that huge gain last play. 13 yards remaining on 2nd down. Here's Kaepernick. And this is incomplete.
Oh, I like that right there. Not only was it the right play, throwing it away like that, frankly, I think it was the only play.
Yeah, got outside of the pocket, realized he had nothing, just chucked it free.
Yeah, live to fight another down, right?
Kaepernick now on 3rd and goal. He'll drop this underneath for Jones. And he does not get to the 1st down marker as they stop him at the 19. That'll bring up 4th down. They wind up getting 8 yards, but they needed more than that. And the 11-year veteran bangs it through. And that will push this lead up to 20 now. So the drive stalls out inside the 15-yard line, but they do get 3.
And I've talked with enough players nowadays that when they have these types of kicks, that no one says to their guy, hey, that's just like making an extra point, piece of cake. Because the extra point is not a piece of cake anymore. But kicking a field goal from that distance, just give him confidence and let him knock it through.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And down on the scoreboard, certainly needing to avoid what happened on the last drive, punting the football.
Sense of urgency has to take over for them here. They know the score. They know the situation. And by the way, the punter no longer exists for their offense. That's how they have to treat this drive.
They need points.
Big time.
1 quarter remains for a trip to the NFC title game. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. 2nd and 2. From the shotgun, Joe Burrow. And that is incomplete here. It was the linebacker, Devin White, there to knock it away.
At this point in the game, they've got to continue to try anything they can. They're still working at it, even though this one feels like a lost cause.
Washington on 3rd down. They've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. Here it's 3rd and 2. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And he's going to have the 1st down at about the 38. Give him 3 yards and a fresh set of downs. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Out of the gun, it's Burrow. He's going to float this one deep right side. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off at the 20, and he'll bring it all the way back just a yard or two shy of midfield. Defensively that time, they were in zone coverage. As a rookie QB, what lesson can you learn there?
Well, understand this. You saw zone in college, and the defensive backs reacted, but they don't react like they do on this level. So when they're in zone and they see the ball coming to them, they'll react at least a half a second faster. You've got to know where you want to go with the ball and be decisive with it. Otherwise, the end result can be something you don't like.
Kaepernick now on first down. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's second down.
And that's one of those plays where it's hard to keep two eyes on the football when you know the contact's coming, let alone getting two hands around it, hugging it to your body, and absorbing the hit. Even for those big tight ends who you would think could absorb that contact.
And he gets this to the 35. Good for a gain of 5.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
Complete.
Instead of throwing it downfield, Charles, they just tried to dump it underneath there. You like the call?
I do. I think it's a high percentage play because you get the completion, and what you're counting on is your back to use his legs and his elusiveness to make people miss and pick up the first down. In this case, it didn't happen.
And no move to get the offense off the field. They'll stay put on 4th and 1. They're going for it. It's Kaepernick. Looking for Godwin, and he's got him complete. And he'll be touched out here, but not before he does pick up the first.
First and 10.
It'll be a pickup of 4, and that'll be good enough for a Tampa Bay first down. They go back to the ground with Jones. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
They're in a pretty good spot right now with a convincing lead. I think this is where they put on the boxing gloves, start to try and pound them into submission.
And the offensive line, they've controlled this game. I don't see why that trend would change now. Kaepernick to throw on 2nd down. And his throw's going to be incomplete. The intended target was Chris Godwin, and it'll bring up 3rd down.
Had an open man that time, but ended up putting a little too much heat on it, don't you think, partner?
Absolutely. Just needed a touch more air under it. Instead, he fired an absolute bullet. To throw, it's Kaepernick. And, oh, he took that in one-handed. What a grab. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
Really? Really? Did we just see that? That's a big catch. One-handed, I might add, to pick up a 1st down.
I was going to say on 3rd down for the defense, it's one thing to give up a... And he hauls it in for the Buccaneer touchdown. Mike Evans, his 2nd touchdown of the night. And the Bucs are going to add on to their lead.
So, my man, another touchdown. They're looking like the #1 seed that they earned throughout the year. Looking pretty dominant right now.
We knew the road to the Super Bowl would run right through this stadium. Somebody's going to have to come in here and beat these guys. Good luck. I don't think it's happening this weekend.
No, definitely not this weekend. And for anyone else out there, bring your game.
Buyer beware.
Washington takes over 1st and 10. At their own 25-yard.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. Their hopes of advancing past this divisional round hanging by a thread, if that, as they begin here with a 1st and 10 on the wrong side of the scoreboard. And that'll be incomplete. We do have a penalty flag down, however. Let's see what that's about. A good starting spot for Washington as they come up 1st and 10 at the 45. From the shotgun, it's Burrow. And down he goes, a Buccaneer sack. Shaquille Barrett, credit him with a sack as he buries him for a loss of 10.
That right now, that's a defeated team out there. I think you can see it totally in their body language.
Hands on hips, heads low. It's just been a struggle from the start.
Yeah, this team has been thoroughly beaten right from the word go.
And they only get a yard back there. They'll be left with a 3rd down and long.
They know that old expression, it's not my night. It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
And every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
Well, we've talked about it, CD, but it bears repeating. They are struggling to throw the football. All the interceptions and more incompletions. It just doesn't look like things are in sync out there.
I would agree with that, and it's not a good day when you feel like an incomplete pass is almost a win for you because it wasn't intercepted. I think the receivers now, when they're running their routes, they want to catch the ball, but they also want to make sure that the defenders don't take it away.
On 4th down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. This is taken at the 23. And he is out of bounds right around the 34.
And that'll be a return of 12 following a very nice punt.
And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started.
And it would appear that that first-round bye certainly helped. They've looked fresh from the start and no letdown here as they lead big in this divisional round, and they look to book a spot in the conference championship.
And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. 16 yards right off the bat and a 1st down.
Muscle damage has been done through the air. I mean, they've rung the bell 3 times with passing touchdowns, but guess what? Ground game has not been neglected. Nice little burst right there.
Watch the twist. Watch the twist.
Here's Jones. And he'll be taken down at the 44-yard line. He'll get a nice chunk there on the 1st down run, and it's 2nd and 4. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Buccaneer football as we welcome you back. They've got a 2nd down now as they look to salt this one away. Now Kaepernick throwing on 2nd down. That's complete to his receiver, Godwin. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. That one good for a 1st down pickup of 18 yards. If you're going to blitz, likely going to leave you in man coverage with this guy, and that is less than ideal.
It is because just about any offense that has an elite receiver, if you blitz and have him in man coverage, you're going to him, even if he has an elite defender on him, because he usually knows where the ball is before the defender does.
On 1st down, it's Jones, and he'll be a couple yards shy of the red zone here at the 22-yard line. Brought down by the cornerback, William Jackson.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old-school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run, got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
Saw through 3 quarters, no reason to lighten up now. They'll say no gain on the play there, and now it'll be 3rd down.
His carries tonight, they're getting up there, so maybe one of those every now and then is understandable.
I would agree with that. Understandable every now and then. Sometimes you come back and you fake it to him and go play action, but other times you say, okay, they got him on that one. We'll come back to him in another carry.
And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Well, we always talk about how you've got to be quick when you go through your progressions, and here's another prime example. Trying to look downfield, he was standing in the pocket, but just couldn't find anyone open, could he?
No, not enough time. They hit him and forced that incompletion. Kaepernick to throw for it on 4th. And this is caught. It's pulled in by Gronkowski. And the drive stays in motion with a nice 8-yard pickup on 4th. Felt compelled to go for it there on 4th down, trailing in the 4th quarter. They got it done.
And there's always a lot of pressure on a 4th down call. Doesn't matter the distance. You still have to get it done, as you noted, and they did.
Now one final throw here is incomplete, and that is how this one will come to an end. And Charles, if you're the coach of the losing team, even though you made it to the playoffs and there's part of that that feels good, what do you say to your guys after?
I think you probably tell them